Chrysanti, so it's already the second day here in this meeting between ItLab and Hôtel Dieu. Maybe share your impressions on these 1 day and a half.
Absolutely. First of all, Laurent, thank you for the opportunity of being here, for organizing the event. I think it's magnificent in many fronts. First of all, we are sitting in the older hospital in Paris, across Notre Dame, which became now a center for digital health and invites new entrepreneurs to come to a space and share the technologies. So it's an honor to be here. Second, we met with a lot of investors, entrepreneurs, people who understand the US and the EU regulatory. We talk a lot about artificial intelligence, starting from translational science, moving to clinical trials, moving to market access and medical affairs. We went through the whole entire life cycle. And we also had investors talking about business value, solving real business problems and investments, and guiding the entrepreneurs. What struck me the most is that a lot of these young entrepreneurs, they're really working with the local governments in EU to be able to solve real business problems through trust and through partnerships in the ecosystem and through guidance from investors, people like you, Laurent. They get the proper guidance from people who have the experience dealing with the big pharma companies, and the sponsors, the biotechs, and what they're looking for. They're working with all of these investors and the local governments to be able to solve business problems. They maintain the trust. Some of them come from within the ecosystem, so they understand the professional healthcare system and the burden on professionals that some of these technologies can really fall into. They try to solve the business problem, and then they are open to internal collaborations with others. And then they're thinking about localization, and then they're thinking of expanding in other countries in Europe, which will require integrating with legacy ecosystems, healthcare systems, and be able to deal with local regulations. They're already knowledgeable about GDPR and how stringent it is, and they try to gain the trust of patients as well, and the families of the patients to be able to utilize the mobile apps they are offering or whatever they are offering. And the third is data. They are able to obtain data from the healthcare systems and be able to utilize that data and the latest technologies to be able to bring into fruition business solutions.
So, Chrysanti, you're working in Medidata, part of the Dassault system. You work in the US, obviously, with the global coverage.
I do.
Dassault system is a French company.
Yes.
Maybe tell a little bit for our auditors, especially startup entrepreneurs, what are the areas where Medidata is focused, and when you're a startup, how should you reach out to Medidata, and maybe for which topic?
It's about guidance. It's about trust, building the network, and introduce them to different professionals. That's from the patient experience. From the study experience, we are talking about protocol digitization. We spoke about that with other entrepreneurs. It comes down to AI automation across the study design lifecycle. It comes around the clinical trial management systems and payments and automation. And then it is data. Data is at utmost importance, scalability in infrastructure. We heard today that a lot of the concern was around scalability. You can scale with 200,000 patients. How can you scale with millions of patients is a different territory. And then how do you extract real knowledge of the data? How do you represent the relationships between data to be able to understand and provide real answers to business questions? So I would say that all these entrepreneurs are touching all the different facets of clinical trial. So I would love to entertain their problems, because I believe as long as they have the passion to persevere and solve a business problem, I think as part of the SOM, I think we are here. We have a heavy presence here, and we support the young entrepreneurs. There are many opportunities, actually.
So basically, they can reach out to you if they want to get started talking with Medidata, and you'll help them be orientated.
Yeah, and I had done this in the past.
Yeah, and I have one last question to you. Is we are ahead of the last half day of this 2 days meeting. So, what are maybe your a couple of expectations for the afternoon? Maybe topics you'd like to cover that you have not covered so much so far.
Yeah. So some of the topics I would like to see is how do you really penetrate the different countries in Europe? So we are thinking also to expand Breakthrough Alliance, right, across Europe. So this will prepare us, understand localization, understand integration with legacy healthcare systems. What are the requirements? How do you penetrate different countries? And then it comes to regulatory with GDPR and European Medicines Association and harmonization and all the different data standards that Europe requires. I think that would be great to venture a little bit more onto that.
That's great, Chrysanti. Thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts with us and the auditor of Tech Care Europe. And I look forward to the discussion this afternoon.
Oh,
Thank you.
Me too. Thank you very much,
Thanks.
Laurent.